kitchen. So many recipes to share. So many cooks in the kitchen with meals for you to prepare. We've got fruits and grains, veggies and beans, more healthy food than you've ever seen. So many cooks in the kitchen, plant-based meals to prepare. So many cooks in the kitchen with ideas we're happy to share.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dilla Barman. I'm a cook in the kitchen. I'm a Food for Life instructor. We're with the Physicians Committee, and we teach food and nutrition classes. And today I'm excited to have several of the cooks in the kitchen who are cooking this weekend. This is just a 15-minute promo to invite you to watch our show on Saturday. So today we have Susanna joining us, Susanna Dickman from Evansville, Indiana.
Good morning.
And Janan Orhun, who's coming all the way from Abu Dhabi in the Middle East.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening for you. And Gerardo Lazaro joining us from Media, Pennsylvania.
Hello, everybody.
So I'm really excited because Susanna and Janan, I think, have not missed a single show. I haven't for sure. So we're old, I don't want to say old pros, we're young pros, and we're really excited. Gerardo, this is your first show with us. How lucky are we?
Certainly, I've been trying to do this, but I have work on weekends, and I've been just watching passively, and I'm very excited to be here for the first time this coming Saturday.
That's great. So the show that we're having this weekend. So first of all, Susanna, would you take a minute and tell us what is So Many Cooks in the Kitchen?
Well, So Many Cooks in the Kitchen it was started by Dilla way back when the pandemic first started and we were shut down. And it is just a group of Food for Life instructors who are every month, once a month, coming on Facebook and other sources and cooking delicious, low-fat, plant-based meals.
That's great. And Janan, you've been with us from the beginning. Can you tell us a little bit about how we run our shows and what are some of the topics we've covered in the past?
We're coming up on our year anniversary. We started with the Power Plate, as you see on our aprons. We started with legumes and went around the plate, doing grains and fruits and vegetables. Each show has a theme. We've covered, for example, Thanksgiving meals. We've covered holiday meals. We've had soups. Each theme is just amazing. And we go kitchen to kitchen all around the world. We have cooks in the UK. At the beginning, I was back in Italy. And now here I am in United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi. And all over the United States, we have cooks in many of the states. So we go kitchen to kitchen, sharing our most favorite plates for that theme. And it's really good fun. We not only share information, but we share our, I think, enthusiasm and energy with you all too.
And it's really exciting. You used to be in Italy, and we always loved seeing you in Italy. And can you just take a moment and tell us why you are in a hotel room? And can you show us your wrist?
I have a wonderful GPS tracker. I cannot leave my hotel room because Abu Dhabi has very strict quarantine rules for COVID-19, and good for them. They're trying to keep the infection numbers low using this method. So I'm on my 5th day of a 10-day stay in this hotel room. Luckily and gratefully, I have a lovely room with a small kitchenette so I can cook my own meals too. Whole food, plant-based, low-fat. But I have splurged and got some sushi from the restaurant of the hotel the other night. So it was a treat. I deserve it. I'm locked up here for 10 days. I can enjoy myself.
So, Gerardo, it's so wonderful to have you. You've been a Food for Life instructor, but now you also are a cook in the kitchen. And to be honest, you were actually part of the initial discussions, I think, last May.
I was, I mentioned, I have some teaching commitments separate from plant-based nutrition on weekends, and so that has not allowed me to be part of this team that is so wonderful and so adventurous. Because, I've been watching this from the outside, and well, it just turns out that this time I can participate. So I'm very excited about this, and especially to share a little bit of what I eat in this case for comfort foods, the theme of this Saturday, and just learn from everybody else here.
Well, let's move on to talk about the show. So everybody who's watching, welcome. We are just on for about 15 minutes to tell you about what's in store for Saturday. So every month we pick a different topic. And jumping ahead, I'm excited about Saturday for sure, but I'm also excited about our May show because it turns out we picked a Saturday, which is the last day of a single year that celebrates So Many Cooks in the Kitchen. So that will be our 1 year anniversary, and we're all kind of planning what are we going to make on that show. That's going to be really exciting. So, but in terms of this week. And we got a nice comment for you, Janan. Hello, Delphine. And we got some more love as well.
That's my neighbor in Italy, my good friend and neighbor
Sure.
in Italy.
Sure they miss you. So this week, this Saturday, is comfort foods. And a lot of times, we grew up in families where maybe our parents or whoever were our caregivers maybe didn't know that much about nutrition. Maybe they did. And many of us grew up with foods that maybe if we talked about today, we'd say those really aren't healthy choices. Things like pizza and macaroni and cheese, nachos, cookies, maybe banana bread, maybe pancakes. Well, guess what? We're going to have every one of those recipes and much more. Indian khichdi. We're going to have blueberry banana bread. We're going to have all of those on our show on Saturday. But these dishes that we're going to be preparing will be very healthy. And Janan, you're really popular. You're being asked to wave. So let's go around and talk about what we will be making. So let me start. So I'm going to be making nachos. So I enjoy nachos, and a lot of times people think nachos are maybe not the healthiest food, but oops, I'm sorry about that. But the way I make it, and there you can see me working in the kitchen, is I make my nachos, and I do use some cheese, but it's vegan cheese. I make my own vegan cheese sauce, and I don't always even use the vegan cheese sauce. But I'll be showing you how to make tortillas from scratch, and I'll be showing you how to make various toppings. And I've already shared a link to a dinner I made yesterday where I made one of my nachos. So Gerardo, what are you thinking of making for Saturday?
Well, it seems that we are exchanging ethnicity in terms of food here. You're making something that is generally associated with Latino culture, and I'm going to make something that is carrying spices from India, and this is chickpea stew, which is something that is comfort food for my family for more than one reason. One, because it's very simple to make. Two is tremendously nutritious, and second, because it's something that my youngest son likes to eat on a regular basis, and that's our best way to pull him into the plant-based nutrition world, given that it's so difficult for teenagers to go that route. But that's his comfort food, and it has become ours as well. And the combination of spices is just an explosion of aromas and flavors.
Do you really find, Gerardo, that teens find it difficult to be plant-based? Because I have a preteen, and it's pretty easy for her.
Well, I find that adolescents in particular are more difficult because they are now going out more, and they are more alone, and they are exposed to parties and friends and activities at school that unfortunately and mostly offer foods that are certainly not healthy, like hot dogs and pizza and burgers and chips and stuff like that. And so it's very difficult for them, I assume, to get away from that environment that offers them such unhealthy foods on a regular basis. And group pressure and many other things can make them not very compliant with plant-based nutrition. And so it's difficult. And, it's difficult for them. It's difficult for adults because, society makes us want to eat unhealthy foods. And but that's why we are here, because we can tell people that we can make food that is very healthy, very nutritious, and on top of that, delicious.
And that's one thing I love about the show on Saturday is it's comfort foods. And so we're going to show you how to make macaroni and cheese. We're going to show you how to make two different folks are making pizza, pancakes, and we're going to show you healthy ways to do it. Susanna, can you share a little bit about what you'll be making? And I'm going to show a little clip of you cooking as well.
Okay. I'll be making a spaghetti pie. Now, spaghetti was always one of my families. When my children were little, it was one of our favorite meals. And I used to make spaghetti pie before we came plant-based. And I'd use, ricotta cheese and a mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to be making a low-fat plant-based one. The cheese in this recipe is actually going to come from oat milk and cauliflower and garlic. So totally healthy, but just gives you that same depth of flavor as if you were eating a regular spaghetti pie. So this has become one of my family's favorite comfort foods, and just put it together, stick it in the oven, and I sometimes make 2 batches because we eat so much of it. We love it so much. So I'm so excited about making my spaghetti pie.
Jean, and what are you making on Saturday?
Okay, so this Saturday I'll be making an old-time favorite of mine, which is oats, oatmeal porridge. Oh, that's my kitchen in Italy. I like oatmeal a lot, and oatmeal porridge I find is a very comforting food. And preparing for this show, I found out a lot of secret information about why oatmeal is comforting for me. And the way I make it makes it even more relaxing and comforting and sleep-inducing. So maybe oatmeal is not just for breakfast anymore. Maybe it's a midnight snack that you should have before going to bed. So I'm going to share those secrets on Saturday evening.
That sounds so exciting. I'm excited about all of the recipes, all the ones you guys have talked about. I'm really looking forward. One thing that's really nice is this is one group, not just Cooks in the Kitchen, but Food for Life instructors. And Suzanne, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to tell us what is a Food for Life instructor, and then maybe Gerardo, you can tell us what is PCRM, Physicians Committee. But one thing I love about this community of Food for Life instructors is, without knowing somebody, there's about 300 of us. If I never knew Susanna, and I had a friend who was moving to Indiana and was interested in plant-based nutrition, without knowing a thing about Susanna, I can 100% recommend. There's an awesome person in Indiana named, what's her name? Oh, it's Susanna, right? If I didn't know her, because Physicians Committee does an amazing job picking us, and I'm just blown away by every one of you and the expertise that each one of you has. When there's something I don't know, everybody else will know, or many other people would know that. So actually, let's go in the reverse order. Gerardo, can you tell us what is Physicians Committee?
Well, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine is an organization based in Washington, D.C., and it is made up of, as its name indicates, physicians, but also by scientists and registered dietitians, and a lot of wonderful people that have put together great resources for people to learn about plant-based nutrition at all levels. And one of the programs that they have put together for many years already is the Food for Life classes. And I found that I stumbled upon the PCRM website, and I embraced it completely. I became a licensed instructor in last year in February. Actually, was the last Food for Life instructor class that was dictated, and the first one outside of Washington D.C. After I flew off of Los Angeles, where it was being held. The airports shut down, so it was perfect timing, actually. And since then, I've been learning so much, not only putting together the classes, in this case virtually, for me at least, exclusively at this point, but also from cooking all the recipes that they come in there. And again, going back to PCRM, they have a great website with a ton of resources, free classes, free podcasting, and it's just wonderful information that is available for everybody.
PCRM is awesome. So some of the goals are to improve health through evidence-based nutrition. So everything we do is very strongly grounded in evidence, in peer-reviewed articles, and I'm just so proud to have a small part to do with Physicians Committee. Susanna, can you add anything about Food for Life instructions in particular? And also, hats off to you. You're in your local media a lot. There was a great I wish I could show it. There was we posted it, a great clip of you in your local news just a few days ago.
Thank you. I have a very supportive person in our news area who does a local news show at 11 o'clock, who has been dabbling in plant-based nutrition and offers me many opportunities. But as Geraldo said, Food for Life instructors are trained by Dr. Barnard and his team in Washington, D.C. I actually completed my training in 2014. And I flew to Washington, D.C. and stayed there for a week, just learning so much about the evidence-based research on plant-based nutrition and how to cook plant-based without oil, low fat. And it's just been an amazing journey since. As Geraldo said, I have learned so much. We have continuing education where we, continue to learn about the new research that's coming out. It has just been a life-changing experience for me. And I love getting to meet all of the amazing, as you said, Dilip, I know if they're a Food for Life instructor, then they are going to have the knowledge.
So that's just a quick 15-minute intro. So I invite you all, please join our show on Saturday. We now stream on we've been streaming on Facebook since the beginning, and I know we get messages from people. It's funny, we get typically 50 to 100 people watching our shows live, but shortly afterwards you can watch the recorded show and it jumps quickly and we get thousands of people. And we thank you guys for watching us, and we hope we can in some small way share some nice recipes and ideas for the kitchen. We always publish our recipe book. Janin is hard at work right now working on our current recipe book. And, many thanks to Brenda Davis, RD. She's written, I think, a dozen or more books. She's one of my heroes, so she always writes an appendix, and she has written an appendix about comfort foods. So we'll publish that document just before the show, and the show goes live this Saturday at 2 p.m. if you're on the East Coast of the United States. What time is that in Abu Dhabi, Janin?
That's going to be 10 p.m. in Abu Dhabi.
And in Evansville, Indiana, Susanna?
We're on Central, so it'll be 1 p.m.
So please join us, and you can join us. We've posted the link. You can come to, the easiest thing is come to somanycooks.com/shows, SHOWS, and that lists the links so you can watch live. You can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, or on Twitter. And if you missed the show, you can watch it recorded. So with that, any last minute comments, Susanna, Gerardo, or Janin?
Join us.
Very excited. Yes, join us on Saturday.
Join us on Saturday, and thanks for taking a peek at our little 15-minute intro. We probably will do this at before many of our shows. This is the first time we've done it. So thanks, everybody. See you guys. See you on Saturday, I hope.
See you Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
So many cooks in the kitchen, so many recipes to share. So many cooks in the kitchen with meals for you to prepare. We've got fruits and grains, veggies and beans, more healthy food than you've ever seen.